Welcome everyone to a new video. So in this video we are going to talk about a very important topic, or I should say a very important reduction reaction, which is called the Naraska-Prasad reduction reaction. And in this particular reaction, what do we do basically? We treat beta hydroxy, that is alpha beta. At beta position, what we have is an hydroxy group, is treated with the boron chelating reagent and a reducing agent. So what do we end up getting is the 1,3-syn-diol. So this is a very important reaction. So in this video what we are going to learn is the mechanism of this reaction and how the hydride is delivered to this carbonyl from the top phase, and how this particular reaction is governed by the first Platener rule, which I have also discussed in the last video. So you can watch that video as well. It's a very good video on first Platener rule, or what we call is a transdiaxial rule. And that mechanism is, there will be a short video within this particular video in which I have used molecular models to explain the mode of addition, and there are going to be few examples to highlight the synthetic utility of Naraska-Prasad reduction. So let's start the video. So as I said that this is probably one of the most important reaction. Let us suppose if we want to synthesize 1,3-syn-diol from beta hydroxy ketones. So this particular reaction employs basically a boron chelating reagent, which could be dibutyl methoxyborane or diethyl methoxyborane, so either one of them. And what do we use is basically a reducing agent, which could be sodium borohydride. So this is the mechanism by which the reaction takes place. So when this is the boron chelating reagent, what it does, the lone pair of electron on oxygen, it attacks the empty p orbital of the boron. So this is how this attack takes place, and methanol is released. So what do you form is this chelating species. Since this hydroxy is going behind the plane, so it chelates with this oxygen, and this lone pair of electron on oxygen, it chelates with the empty p orbital of the boron. Now what happens that when you add the sodium borohydride into the system, what it does, the hydride is delivered from the top phase, okay, as a result of which what you form is this particular intermediate, which on hydrolysis gives you 1,3-syn-diol. So what is the most important thing about this particular reduction reaction is the end product is 1,3-syn-diol. Just always remember that, okay. And now let us just try and look at the mechanism from the first Platener rule aspect of it. Okay, let's have a look. So this particular reaction, as we say, what happens, it basically proceeds via 6-membered transition state, and I have as I have already said that boron reagent, what it does, it chelates. So this particular complex, okay, this can also be written like this one. So what happens when the boron is hydride is delivered from the top phase, what it gives you is this is chair conformer directly. And if the hydride had it been delivered through this site, then the reaction has to go through a high energy conformer. And as per the first Platener rule, this is something that we have understood, or what we have read, that whenever such addition take place, they are kinetically controlled pathways rather than the thermodynamic. So it is not the stability of the final product, it is the kinetics that is what matters whenever we are talking about the first Platener rule or the transdiaxial rule. And the hydride, when this particular hydride, this having this what you can say sigma electrons, these are perfectly placed, these are anti-periplanar to the carbon oxygen sigma star orbital. So that is why it is taking from the top phase. And now here's a short video in which I have explained exactly this with the help of the molecular model. So have a look at this video. So let us try and understand the Naraska-Prasad reduction with the help of the molecular model. So we clearly understand, and what we have said, that this is a chelating reagent, boron, okay. So what it does, it chelates with this hydroxy group and also the carbonyl. As a result, the hydride is delivered from the top. So this OH that is generated, it goes to the PEG site. So this can also be written like this one. And I have already taught you, as per the first Platener rule, the hydride is going to approach from the top. Okay, so what we'll end up getting is this 1,3-syn compound, and this 1,3-syn is nothing but where you have both the hydroxy group going behind the plane. So let us just try and see this with the help of the molecular model. So this is how it looks like, very simple. So let us just consider this orange as methyl and this one as the ethyl group. Okay, we can clearly see this is the carbon attaching to the oxygen. So this time this blue is oxygen. So this is oxygen of carbonyl. We can see the carbon-carbon double bond here. So this is boron attaching to two ethyl molecule. Okay, just for the simplification, I am just considering these two atoms as the ethyl group, and this is the other oxygen. So this OH is going behind the plane. So this hydrogen is coming towards us and this OH is going behind the plane. Now, how can we write this into this form? So let us just look clearly like this one. So this is exactly how this has been represented here, where you have this oxygen here, this oxygen, and this ethyl, this is coming towards us. This is exactly what has been shown. Now, as per the first Platinum rule, I clearly told you that one of the easiest way to explain this, जो कि मैंने आपको समझाया था कि we know in the 6-member transition state, all these functional groups are alternate to each other. For example, if this hydrogen is going axial, so this has to be equatorial. So the next attack that will take place, it has to be like axial. It means these orbitals are, okay, so when the hydride attacks, so it is going to be anti-periplanar to the कार्बन ऑक्सीजन सिग्मा स्टार ऑर्बिटल. ठीक है, जबकि अगर हम देखें नीचे से अटैक देखें तो यहाँ पर हमारा क्या है कि दिस ग्रुप दिस इज इक्वेटोरियल एंड दिस इज एक्शियल. सो यहाँ से हमारा अटैक क्या है कि इट्स जस्ट नॉट पॉसिबल. अगर यहाँ से आपका अटैक होता तो दिस हैज़ टू गो थ्रू दैट ट्विस्ट बोट कॉन्फर्मेशन विच इज़ हाई एनर्जी कॉन्फर्मेशन. और जैसा कि एज पर दी फर्स्ट प्लेटनर रूल व्हाट वी स्टडीड इज it is not the stability of the final product, it is that initial kinetics. It is kinetically favored process. So यहाँ से अटैक होने का directly it goes to the 6-member transition state. Now let us just see when the hydride attacks here. hydride ने आपका अटैक किया, so I will just simply open this bond. ठीक है, hydride ने अटैक किया, hydride आपका यहाँ आ गया. ठीक है, hydride आपका यहाँ आ गया. This is exactly what you get. You can clearly see this is oxygen, this is oxygen. Both the oxygens are here and here. You have hydrogen here, you have hydrogen here, and this is the ethyl group and this is the methyl group. You can clearly see this is 1,3 syn. That is the reason why you get this. Now हम इसको इस तरह से देखने की कोशिश करेंगे. Now you can clearly see in the new molecule you have the OH that is going behind the plane and you have this newly formed OH which is also going behind the plane. ये मैं बात कर रहा हूँ जब हाइड्रोलिसिस हो जाता है. अब जब आप हाइड्रोलिसिस कर देंगे तो ये दोनों के दोनों चले जाएंगे. सो दिस इज व्हाट यू गेट. सो दिस इज द न्यू OH, दिस इज OH, हाइड्रोजन इज कमिंग टुवर्ड्स अस, दिस हाइड्राइड इज विच इज जो डिलीवर हुआ, ये हाइड्रोजन हमारी तरफ आ रहा है एंड दिस इज गोइंग बिहाइंड द प्लेन. सो दैट इज वाई with the help of molecular model we can clearly understand. And if you have any confusion regarding the first Plateauer principle, just watch the video. I have already made a video on the first Plateauer principle. It is going to be very, very important video for you guys. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand this. So I'm sure that this video gave you an insight into how we can get to this particular product and why 1,3 anti doesn't form in the case of the Naraska-Prasad reduction. So let us look at the few examples where this reduction reaction has been properly utilized to give you the desired product. So here are the series of 4 examples I have taken. So in the first example you can clearly see what we have is, see again the important thing is you have to see what this is like alpha beta. So what we have is a beta hydroxy, what we have is a ketone, and what we are taking is sodium borohydride and a chelating reagent. So you can clearly understand this is going to chelate, so this is going behind the plane. So the new hydroxy that will form is also going to be behind the plane. You can clearly see there is already a stereo center that is present in the molecule. So during this reduction process, these stereo centers have no impact on the new stereo center that is generated. Okay, because the stereochemistry that we get at the end of this particular reaction is syn. So both of them are syn. Okay, 1,3 diol. And in this particular case as well, hydroxy is coming out of the plane, subjected to Naraska-Prasad reduction condition, bang on 1,3 diol, and both of them are coming out of the plane because this hydroxy was out of the plane. Mechanism I have already told you behind. Now this is a very important example, actually. Not important, but I would say that here the stereochemistry is not given, but we can clearly understand, since we are subjecting this to, this is also acting as a, this is nothing but this is tributylborane. So this is undergoing chelation. This type of a chelation is taking place, and when you are adding sodium borohydride, what this shows is basically that newly formed diol is going to be syn. Okay, this, if you write this as both the hydroxy coming out of the plane, is absolutely right. Had they shown these going behind the plane, that is both hydroxy going behind the plane, that is also perfectly fine. Okay, so in this case the anti is formed only 5%, so what you have is the major is the syn diol. So this is exactly what we have told. Now let's look at this particular example. What we have is a 1,3 diols. You can clearly see ki you have other protecting groups, like say like O-benzyl or 2HP. So under these conditions, these protecting groups are tolerated. It means they do not undergo any cleavage. So in presence of this chelating agent, it chelates and undergoes reduction. Since this is going behind the plane, so the new hydroxy that is formed, it is also going behind the plane. And what do? You simply add methanol. So under this condition also it undergoes, this is getting hydrolyzed to give you the diol. I hope this video was it was useful for you guys, and in the next video we are going to talk about the methods for using which we can subject beta hydroxy ketones to distereoselective reduction to give you the 1,3 anti. Here we talked about the cis, there we are going to talk about the anti-diol. Okay, so if you like the video, share it with your friends, and if you like my work, subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot. Have a very good day. Take care of yourself. Bye.